Hey everybody, welcome back to the USA to Philippines Life channel. Today I just want to talk about something that's been on my mind for a couple of days, and that is this: the Philippines. Beautiful women and affordable living? Or is there something deeper, a common thread that draws Western men to the beautiful island country? Stick around, let's get into it. Alright, welcome back guys. So, as I was saying, just thinking about, there's an awful lot of Western men that are currently living in the Philippines, that have lived in the Philippines, and like myself, working towards moving to the Philippines. I think there might be a common thread, and I'm not saying that this is for all, but I think there's no question that Western society has gone through and is going through some serious changes, and maybe not for the better. For many of us in my age group and older, we're old enough to remember the world when it was a little bit of a different place. When I know I'm from the U.S., and my country in particular, it was more family oriented. It was more family oriented. There wasn't so much broken families, and I'm going to hold short on getting into any political or lifestyle commentary, because I don't think this is the forum for that. But I will say, many of us that look to the Philippines, we're not going there for just the beautiful women and the cheap cost of living. Now, those are important components to the Philippines. Maybe I'm speaking for myself, I don't know. So I know I'm going to open it up. Leave it in the comments if you're over there. If you agree with me or disagree with me, I'd love to hear from you. But I think myself, now this is the way I think. I was married before. I'm with my current wife, my Filipino wife, we're going to be 5 years now. So my old life with my ex-wife is getting further into the rearview mirror, and that's a good thing. But that first relationship was, for all intents and purposes, it was like a childhood sweetheart thing. We were both 16 when we met. We stayed together for 10 years, and we got married, and then we were married for 15 years. We had kids, we had a house. We had the American dream. I did everything the right way. I had a good job. I stayed at the job. I worked a lot of overtime. I did what I had to do. I wasn't a drunkard. I didn't drink. I wasn't a cheater. I wasn't a beater. I did all the right things. Was I the best husband and father? No, definitely not. There was a lot of things in retrospect, that I maybe could have done better. But, the point is, I tried. And by no fault of my own, I don't think that relationship came to a bitter end. I lost everything. I lost my family, my house. I was stripped clean, down to zero. I walked out of that house with my 2 bass guitars, clothing, and a computer. That was it. And I started my life over again in 2009 at 42 years old. I had been with this person from 16 years old to 42 years old. Every day of our lives we spent together. So what happened here is the state that we live in made it appealing. It makes it appealing for women to just throw away. Just, you know, you can throw away your relationship, because if you stay with the guy long enough, he's still going to have to pay and support you, but you don't have to be with him anymore. The state will let you out of the marriage, no questions asked. And that's basically what happened to me. So that, the way I've been treated by the state, what I was made to do, I was not able to present any circumstances. They weren't interested in any of that. It was, how much do you make? Okay, pay this amount, and that's it. And I'm sure, and a little more about it, you know, I had 3 kids. They were basically brainwashed and turned against me. So I've not spoken to them in quite some time. And it's been 10, 11 years. They're grown. My youngest one he just graduated high school. But everybody always says, "Oh, they'll come around. You'll get to see them." I mean, I've letters, text messages. I've been blocked out of social media. The whole thing. So, I mean, this is just my little story I'm building up to tell you why I find the Philippines so appealing, and I think that it might be a common thread. And here's the thing. Now, fast forward, I get this all behind me. Kids don't talk to me anymore. I'm a single guy. I'm living alone. You know, already told the story about how I found my wife and how we met. But experiencing the Philippines, here in the States, especially in the New York City area, and I've heard somebody else say this on another vlog, and I'm going to borrow it. It's once you get a certain age around here, you're like invisible. It's just, you know, just go to work, make your money. I mean, you're pretty much damaged goods. Somebody like me, you've been through a marriage that fell apart, and kids don't talk to you, so you're pretty much damaged goods. Really, you know, people don't want nothing to do with you. You know, I'm not saying everybody, but you feel like that. Now, you go to the Philippines, and everybody's very friendly, family-oriented, God-fearing. I just felt welcome there. I felt welcome there. I felt everywhere I went there, when I'm there, everywhere I go, they just make you feel like you're the most important person in the world. That's one thing. The other thing is, there's no divorce there. There's no divorce. There's no enticement by the government for women to throw away their marriages. There's just no divorce there. And I think that's an awesome thing. That's part of it too. But it's just a different... For me, I get the feeling of the Philippines like maybe it is there the way it used to be here in the U.S. and other Western countries. It's not like that anymore. It's different. It's a more of a progressive. I don't want to get political, but the Western world has adopted more of a progressive view of life, and I think it's unwise. And I think the young people are paying for it, and I think they're going to pay for it as time goes on. So for me, I find in the Philippines, like, satisfies my heart, what I'm looking for. And then again, it's not just the woman and the wife and the marriage thing, but it's just the feeling there, the family oriented. And yeah, there's a lot of seedy stuff that goes on there too. I get it. I know maybe people are going to throw that in the comments. I get that. But for the most part, I think guys like me, you know, maybe not talking to the kid, your kids don't talk to you as a result of the divorce. You know, like me, I have really not much family anymore. I've got 2 sisters. They're out in western U.S. They're much older than me. They're 10 and 12 years older than me. So, you know, they were more like aunties when we were growing up than sisters. So for me, and I've heard another vlogger say this, it's the Philippines is a great place for guys like us to start over again, and we're welcomed. We're welcomed by the country. We're welcomed by the people. We're welcomed by that society there, and it's a good feeling. And we feel it in our hearts, and we feel good. It's a feeling that maybe my father, my grandfather felt in this country when they were young men, young and middle-aged men. Maybe they had that feeling here. I don't know. But I suspect that's a big part of it. And you get people, outsiders, who see their, you know, their uncles, brothers, you know, ex-husbands, dads that are packing up and moving to the Philippines, and they just think, wow, they're just going there because they're going to chase after these young Filipino women, and listen, they're great women, and that's a big part of it too. But I think, as I said, this common thread is more. It's more. It's satisfying to the heart to be there, and I'm hoping, and I think I will. I'm hoping that I hear from some of you that are already over there to comment and tell me if I'm right or I'm wrong. You know, I think we all share that common thread. Now, I'm sure there's some guys out there that, you know, go there specifically for the women. I met a gentleman in the airport in, I think it was Manila. It was Manila or Iloilo Airport. And he came up to my wife and I. He was a guy from, I think he was from the southern U.S. He had a bit of an accent, had a little cowboy hat on. Nice guy, but he proceeded to sit down and tell us how he had a wife in Cebu, and he had a girl, his wife in Cebu, had 2 kids with her, and he had some girls in other provinces, and he had another kid. He comes in the country and he stays with one for a week or 2, and then he stays with the other one for a week or 2. He makes the circuit, and then he goes back to the States. So yeah, you're definitely gonna have some guys that are doing that kind of thing, and whatever floats your boat. But I think for most of us, maybe some of the things that I've touched on today are the common thread why we're so drawn and have such deep affection for this country. And I do. I have deep affection for this country. I can't wait to call it my home, and God willing, I hope it's sooner than later. And I envy all you guys that are over there already, and I can't wait to join you. So really, that's my video for today. And as usual, I just wanted to say thank you for everybody for taking the time to check this video out. If you've not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. It helps us out. If you like this video, click that like button and share some of our content. We'd appreciate that as well. As I said, we're a new channel. We're just getting started. This is a long-term project, this channel. And upcoming video tomorrow, my wife she worked 16 hours. I had Saturday evening as I record this. I dropped her off at work on Friday night at 10:30 p.m. and I picked her up Saturday afternoon 3 p.m. So God bless her. She's a hard-working girl. But now she's sound asleep. We had a little dinner. She's sound asleep, and rightfully so. But she's expressed her excitement about doing some videos tomorrow. So you can expect to see some content featuring the missus and myself. So I hope that you'll come back. So you hit subscribe button so you don't miss those, and click on that bell so you get that notification when those videos are as soon as I get those uploaded and out. So again, thank you so much for spending a little time with me today. Stay well, stay blessed, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.